Join the conversation in Tipperary. Contact us through Facebook, Twitter or email tiptoday@tipfm.com.
Now it's time to talk interior design with Karen Prendergast. Good morning to you, Karen, and good to see you. A little bit different today because you're going to look at Christmas and preparing the house for Christmas and what we can do. And
I know there will be some that'll have them up already, the decorations or whatever. But yeah, just a few nights.
Serious? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I see it every so often.
Yeah. I kind of my birthday's the 16th of December. Not that matters at all. So I tend to do a little bit around the 16th. At home, we always put up the tree for the 16th.
Yes.
So that'll be my day that I'll do a little bit, and then after that, immediately after Christmas, everything will be gone.
Immediately?
That's normally.
Oh, you don't
gone.
wait until the 6th of January or anything like that?
No, I can't. I just want to get everything gone.
Clutter.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Okay.
Yeah.
So, start with a clean slate is what you're saying,
so
basically,
I suppose
Karen,
before you add anything festive, declutter a little bit of what you already have out to make space. Now, I'm not saying get declutter and get rid of everything for the year, but declutter to make a little bit of space. So clear away your everyday thing like your extra vases, maybe your table decor. You might be putting out Christmas, some people, I wouldn't, but might be putting out Christmas cushions and throws if you are, get rid of the other ones, because they make the space look extra crowded, and it's going to be crowded a little bit more than normal when you put up your decorations. I would say I would always give a bit of a deep clean to key areas. So like your entryways, if you're going to have some Christmas decorations out there, mantelpieces, surfaces that you're going to decorate, dust them off and kind of clean them down and get them ready for getting your decorations up.
Yeah, and what did you tell me last year? You said a theme.
Yeah, so I have a theme in the corner of my front room, and I have very little in the kitchen, but I always get fresh flowers, Christmas kind of coloured flowers and whatever.
Yeah.
But I have a jester, a life-size jester, I was telling you this last year as well, and it sits on a chair, a cream chair, and the jester is cream. And then I have a kind of, not a regular Christmas tree, but it's a weeping willow tree, and I put that up and I make a theme in that corner, and then I will dress one of the dressers up as well, and that's it in the front room. And then in the kitchen inside I have a very special angel Merry Christmas, the spelling Merry Christmas, and I'll do some vases of flowers and stuff like that.
That's very
interesting.
I'll leave it at that. So you pick a spot.
Yep.
And you decorate that as opposed to the whole house.
As opposed to the whole house.
Interesting.
So
yeah.
I do a nice grouping together, so it's quite impactful.
Yeah.
And I leave it at that. And it'll always be colour coordinated and colour.
And is it more powerful because it's isolated?
I think it is.
It's making a statement.
Yeah, personally I think it is. Instead of when I come in my front on the right hand side where I come in the door, there is space for decorations, not putting them all over the place. I'll do a really nice scene in one area, and the same in the kitchen. I'll pick maybe one or two shelves, I'll do that up, and I'm into angels, so I'll have my angels and I'll have my Merry Christmas and I'll have my vases of flowers, and I'll kind of have an extra few candle holders because I like candles and candle holders, and then I'll leave it at that.
And do you use the same stuff every year, or do you add to the...
No, when I moved house, as you know, about 6 years ago, so I probably gave away a little bit of stuff, and then I added on a few little bits because it would have been a smaller area I'm decorating, and I leave it at that. So I was saying this to you last year, I have big black boxes that I got in a local hardware store, and they're quite big, and the jester fits into it because it is life size, but you can mould it down. And I have two of these big black boxes, and everything Christmas goes in there. They go out into the shed, so all I have to do is take back out those two boxes and everything's in them. It sounds like I'm really boring and tidy. I'm not, but
it makes life easier.
It makes life easier.
Yeah,
so we're going to go through some tips to...
All right, so give us some of those tips then, Karen.
And so start with a clean slate. We've just spoken about that.
Yeah.
The second thing is to choose a theme or a palette. So that is design like a professional. Pick one or two, or even if you have the 3 colours, and stick to them. You could have forest green, gold and ivory, blush and copper and cream. That blush pink, that's really in at the moment as well. And what's been in for several years is that lovely blue and white and gold. Now that's
and what
gorgeous.
are you talking about in
Christmas
colours
decorations?
Here? In Christmas decorations?
Yeah, in Christmas decorations,
as
opposed to Christmas tree. I'm always of the opinion, keep the lights plain.
Right.
And the one colour. So maybe some lights are yellow toned, some lights are white toned, some lights are blue toned. I would be inclined to, whatever lights you're using in the house or in the one area for different rooms, that's okay. Use the one coloured lights because it makes it an awful lot more classier.
Yes. All right. What else have you got for us?
and consider your existing interior. So again, modern homes might suit soft metallics and whites, whereas traditional space might suit the reds, the greens, and plaids and stuff like that. And keep the style consistent in each room. Third thing is access your space. So before buying or unpacking your decorations, make sure that you know where your power outlets are. Ensure that the traffic flow isn't disrupted by any of the Christmas decorations, so that you're not going to fall over anything, you're not going to fall over any wires or anything that you're going to have plugged in. And for smaller spaces, use vertical decorating, and don't have too much of it. So decorating your mantelpieces and, having a nice garland on that and falling down either side. Maybe think about decorating your shelves, which I do in my kitchen area. Instead of everything going on the floor, use furniture that you've already got in the house.
Good tip.
Layer your lighting thoughtfully. So lighting creates a magic look. So mix ambient with task and accent lighting. Twinkle lights, which is our standard Christmas lights, candles and warm lamps. So use the lamps and the candle holders you have already and add them in with your Christmas theme already. You don't need to be buying more and more and more. Use what you have and make those work for you.
Okay.
All right. So the next tip then would be to bring in some natural elements from outside.
Like what?
Evergreen branches, pine cones, dried oranges, eucalyptus. For a few years when I'd be out walking in the mornings when any time of the day, but mostly I'd be out walking in the mornings and the pine cones would be after falling off the trees, I'd gather them. A certain amount of them, and then I might spray them different colours with a spray paint or whatever,
nice.
And I'd have them for free. And it's not that I wanted them for free, but it gave me something to do and to look forward to getting ready for Christmas. And evergreen branches and the pine cones, you can definitely, and even the eucalyptus, you can get them for free out in nature.
Yeah.
So edit and balance then is the next.
What do you mean by that?
So think in groups of odd numbers, 3 or 5. That's something that you do in flower arranging as well, or with flowers, odd numbers. So leave negative space around your decorations as well. So this creates like a curated look, like you intentionally left those spaces. So for instance, if you're doing a sideboard, you don't have to fill every single bit of the sideboard or the shelf with lots and lots of decorations. Less is more.
Right.
Less is more, and
That's
less.
more of a statement, I guess, is it?
It is, and it's classy.
Yeah.
So
sure. Just go back to the odd numbers. What do you mean by that?
So 1, 3, 5, and I mean you can go higher if you're building bigger elements and bigger decorations, but they look much better than 2, 4, 6.
Oh.
And that comes from, I did a diploma in floristry years ago in London, and that was something I learned then.
Was it?
So when you're kind of looking at flowers or decorating, uneven numbers look much better than even numbers.
Do they?
Yeah. If anybody Googles that, they'll find
textures then and layers.
Yeah. So to make your home rich and inviting, and again to make it look high end, layer your fabrics and finishes like your velvet cushions, your wool throws, your metallic accents if you already have them or you have bought some especially for Christmas. And a lot of people, it's not me anymore, but there was once upon a time I'm going to call them smelly candles and incense and stuff like that, but now I can't have them anymore with my allergies. But add seasonal scents like cinnamon, clove, all different types of beautiful looking and smelly candles, and that adds to the sensory experience. I was in a hotel in Dublin the weekend, and many moons ago I remember one of the managers telling me that this particular hotel, if any of the management or the owners walked into a hotel, they always had to have, this is a true story now, 5 candles burning in the foyer area, and that was always a set rule. So, and the smell in there last Saturday was unbelievable. Gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous, and of course everything was so Christmassy, and everybody was out in their their wool coats or their fur coats and their best Christmas gear on as well. You know, I have to say, maybe it's because I was born in December, I don't know. I don't particularly like Christmas Day, but I love the build up to Christmas.
Why don't you like Christmas Day?
I don't know, I always found it and still find it a very long day, and I think, but maybe I could be wrong now, but from talking to other people as well and doing the life coaching throughout the years as well, before, there's big expectations for Christmas Day, and it doesn't often work. It doesn't always work out. Not that the dinner gets destroyed or anything like that, but there's such a build up to it, and some people put so much into Christmas Day and then it's gone and it's over, and it was kind of like, oh, all that for this.
It's an anticlimax.
Yeah, but I suppose, again, that's only a personal thing, but like, I mean, Christmas is costly, and a lot of people put a lot of effort into Christmas, and then it is just one day, you know.
We were speaking to Sue just a few moments ago, and for a lot of people it's a milestone as well if they've lost somebody, so it can be difficult indeed. You're going to talk to us as well about preparing the storage solutions post-Christmas.
It's like me with my big black plastic boxes. But I mean, the reality is,
because if you're careful about putting them away, it makes it so much easier, doesn't it?
I remember years ago at home, and when we take out the anybody listening now that'll know me, take out the lights at Christmas, and they're all mangled, they're all twisted and mangled, and then you take them apart. And
have you been peeking in our house again?
You're definitely going to break some of the lights, friend, and then you mightn't have, you know, the little one that you can take it back out the centre and put it back in again. But honestly,
every year,
if you could prepare the storage solutions, it would be half the battle. So think ahead before you're putting them up. So use clear labelled bins for ornaments and garlands if you can, and you can see what's in them.
Yes.
And if you haven't got clear ones, maybe make a sticky label or an A4 piece of paper, write everything that you're putting into the particular box, because some people might have cardboard boxes or whatever. Write what's in the boxes, and next year when you pull out the box, it'll be written on it, or you can see into it what you have in the box. So that's the first thing. Store the lights neatly around some kind of a tube that they're easy to get back off again, and they're not damaged, because in fairness, who wants to go replacing something that you already have, because there's a cost to that.
But that's a lovely tip to
it is, I mean,
wrap them around
it is. It could be maybe some plastic tubing, it could be a roll of kitchen roll that you can use the inside roll of that, or anything that you can think of at home, because if you are buying Christmas presents and the whole lot, there's chances that you will get some kind of cardboard that you can wrap those lights around.
And I know you want to talk to us about colours, but before we leave preparation, if you were to go out and buy a Christmas tree, what would you buy?
I would definitely buy something.
Depends on the space, I guess.
It depends on the space, so I definitely would buy something neutral. So, for instance, in a different house that I had before, I used to have a black tree in the front hall. It was quite a big front hall, and I had a black tree. Now, again, I'm not talking about myself, but this is what I did. I had a black tree, and I decorated that tree with black and gold decorations in the front hall. In the conservatory, I had the weeping willow tree, which is white, so it's a branch of a tree that comes up and it weeps, and I had all white and I still have all white decorations and just clear glass. Very simple, very elegant. And then in the dining room I had a green tree, and that had red and green and clear decorations. So I would say black is a bit way out there. White is definitely in if it's a nice white tree and a special tree, but you can never go wrong with a green tree that looks real.
Okay.
Or, of course, a real tree.
Right. Okay. So there's the options. All right. If people want to grab pens and pencils and stuff.
And any scraps, because I know I was talking to someone last week and they said they to dive into the bin at work to get a piece of cardboard to write the books. So anyway, today what I've decided to do is take some greens and show you another neutral colour with them, a plainish colour that would work with them. So the first green is fabulous. I used it once on a big high hall in a wall and hallway. It's gorgeous. And would you believe
it's a dark green, isn't it?
It's called Christmas wreath.
Oh, is it indeed? All right.
So especially for today, a lovely colour to go alongside that would be powdered shell. So the first one is Christmas
just to remind
wreath.
listeners again, if you Google the name that Karen gives you, you'll get
the swatch up.
Okay.
You'll get the colour up. So Christmas wreath is the first green, and a nice neutral colour to go alongside that is powdered shell. The next colour is keystone.
Okay, how do you describe that colour?
I would say it's a mucky green. It's a mucky green.
A mucky
so
green. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Nothing as dark as the Christmas tree.
It doesn't look green at all to me, but then again,
it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And beside that, I've put temperance, kind of a pale cream. A pale cream. So that looks really well. So that is Keystone and Temperance.
Okay.
Yep.
What else?
That's my second selection. My third selection is 4 Arches. Again, a very dark green, very like the colour of a Christmas tree. 4 Arches. And beside that, I've put Kittiwake. Kittiwake.
And that's like a cream, is it?
It's a creamy with a hint of green in it.
Right, Kittiwake.
Wake. So 4 Arches and Kittiwake.
Right, and when you say they would match, you're talking about...
So if you wanted to use this 4 Arches just on one wall, the other 3 walls, you could use the Kittiwake on it if you wanted to.
Okay, very good indeed.
But
we only have time for one more.
Yeah, and the last one is Burrowing.
Okay.
A medium green, and alongside that I've used the colour Ivory Tusk.
Okay, very, very good indeed. If people want to talk to you, Karen...
They can contact me on 086 606 9009 and Interior Concepts on Instagram, Facebook and my website.
All right, great to see you as always, Karen.
Thank you, Fred.
Thanks very much indeed. News and information is coming up.
Tip FM's Tip Today.
With Slattery's Garage, Puckon. It's time to change. Test drive the award-winning range of Peugeot hybrids and fully electric vehicles at Slattery's Garage today. See slatterysgarage.ie.